Rampage episode of the 7th Street Geeks. I'm Retro Randy. Lara's behind the camera, and dear Jesus and all the saints, do I have lots to go on today.
If you hear someone randomly screaming, "Oh God," behind the microphone, no one's having sex, Lara's just having a fiber flare.
That also you have every goddamn meth head in the area is shooting off fireworks.
Oh,
You can set my fucking belt there to be seen. Okay. Beloved Christ. How incompetent is the FBI? How incompetent are they? David Petraeus shares his calendar with an author, and he is fined $100K in a felony. And Clinton releases classified information to a private server that's horribly bad, but guess what? Nothing. She didn't do anything wrong. I kind of figured this was coming when, Bill somehow stopped by magically. I hit the springs for my thing.
Yeah.
When Bill magically stopped by Loretta Lynch's plane in Arizona.
Now, I was pretty sure Hillary wasn't going to get indicted since the whole thing started.
Okay.
Oh no, she needs to be indicted.
Wow.
I lived through the 90s.
My phone must be screwing up
Yeah.
easily.
I didn't trust her then, I don't trust her now.
Is there any way we
But here's the thing.
do
All you Bernie Sanders supporters, guess what? Now,
Yeah.
all that hope, and that was your last hope, that was your absolute last hope, that Hillary gets indicted,
The one I'm
and that
calling
the
is because my other one's not working. 812
and that the
870.
indictment goes through, and that Bernie has to be the nominee, because that's the only way that that's the only way Democrats can beat Trump now. Bernie was your way to the White House to keep the White House. You've just lost it.
I got it. It was a free
Now, nobody, even my mother, who is a committed Democrat, my uncle, who is a committed Democrat, is all like, there is no law anymore. Law and order's gone.
Okay.
Congratulations, the FBI took it out back, put like old Yeller, and put a fucking round in it. There is no law and order. We killed it. We killed law and order because of we have to. The elites have to make sure their person gets in. Wall Street has to make sure their person gets in. And who knows? Trump could have done the same thing. Everything that they wanted to do. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it that Trump would do everything they want. But the problem is
fucking cunt, you better give me everything fucking free. I've been waiting an hour and a half for that damn pizza. There was no call, no
And-
anything. And they
Shannon, come on air.
They canceled the order for no fucking reason.
God.
And then he
Yeah, and also if you want to hear something, you also hear. Sorry, in the background you hear angry
Oh,
lesbians.
we're out of options and I've been
It's
trying
because
to
she
call
ordered a
you, but
pizza
I'm trying to cancel
online,
the order
a
for
freebie
so
one,
bad,
and they canceled it for no reason.
Well, that fucking happens. There's more important shit that goes on.
Now come on, angry lesbians might boost your ratings if you had that sort of thing, or listenership.
I know, right? But still, we have.
Yeah. We were trying to call you several times. We're out of mushrooms. You didn't fucking call me.
We've got
So
money.
he's like, well, we'll just cancel everything. We're just gonna.
But-
I don't think Kathy's going on. Sorry.
Everything for
But no, it's-
Sorry folks, I'm thinking about the other conversation.
But still, it's this whole aspect and
Wow.
everything.
Now I'm gonna eat my Hershey Sunday fucking pie and call my fucking tits.
I
I found out
Don't
why.
you hate it when your bra gets sweaty in the summer?
Yeah, I know. Yes.
and
Please
also
tell us
just-
more about your tits.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell more about my tits.
They canceled it because they were out of mushrooms.
They said they called me 20 times, and I looked at my phone. I was like, "No, you didn't." He's like, "Well, we're just gonna redo the order, and we're not gonna even give you a delivery charge. We're just giving you everything for free." I was like, "Yeah, damn right you
Or
are."
you should have asked for another fucking pizza. But moving on, because there's more important shit that happened in the country today than your goddamn pizza.
Fuck you. You don't mess with a fat girl and her food.
How about the simple fact that, oh, I don't know, lawlessness has been completely skirted?
Okay.
I think you meant something other than what you actually said.
Sorry, the law has been completely skirted. Sorry.
Lawlessness.
Sorry. We are now in the period of law. We're in the period of lawlessness now because I'm sorry, you do something illegal and the FBI is supposed to investigate you, and the FBI goes, well, we don't find anything wrong, so we're not going to send you for an indictment.
All this was, however, a great movie.
But here's the thing: the FBI is only making a recommendation. That goes to Loretta Lynch, which I'm sorry, I don't trust Loretta Lynch. Loretta Lynch is a race-baiting piece of crap. She race baits because she's always like, oh, we've got to go investigate why this is wrong and why these cops are shooting black people. And the hell? Really?
Hey, chocolate cream, shut up!
Our Attorney General is a race baiter, along with our president. Our president's race baiter. He's done nothing for black politics, or he's done nothing for the black community. All he's done is go, oh, I'm going to pass some laws here and try to get you free health care. Oh, and then I'm going to go play golf 1,000 times, and I'm going to bankrupt the country flying over the goddamn world. But needless to say, it's up to Lynch to indict Hillary.
I left you my phone.
Again,
Huh?
this is the chance. Bernie, let's be honest here. Okay, number one, Bernie's not going to be a VP. Bernie's not going to be VP, and Wall Street's kind of already told Hillary, you put Pocahontas on there as your VP, we pull our money. Now, WikiLeaks already released a bunch of emails about Hillary and all her support for the Iraq War, which I don't support the second Gulf War. I support the first one, but then again, I was fucking 7 at the time. No, wait. I was 8 when that happened. 8 or 9 when that happened.
The first Gulf War took place in response to something that happened. The second Gulf War
No. There was shit that gone on.
The first Gulf War took place after Iraq invaded Kuwait.
Yes. And then for damn near 10 years, we kept telling Saddam Hussein, after terms and us agree that we will stop blowing them to hell, that he would stop his weapons production, he would not fly between 2 parallels, and he would set up AA business down there for the Kurds and others. And what does he do? He keeps setting up air defenses. He kept telling UN inspectors to go away. And yes, he had weapons of mass destruction. He had chemical weapons. Where's the chemical weapons? I don't know.
The second Gulf War took place for bizarre reasons that aren't fully understood.
I don't understand all the reasons. I know that the guy needed to go away.
Huh?
Saddam Hussein needed to go away.
Yeah, but it's not been the United States policy, at least it wasn't until then, to start a preemptive war.
No, it wasn't. But it's always been our policy since World War II to protect the Arabian Peninsula for oil. If Hitler would have taken the Arabian Peninsula instead of dicking around with Northern Africa, Germany would have probably won the fucking war.
Or work on a synthetic gasoline program sooner.
That too.
Okay.
There's so much of this shady shit that's gone on this campaign that involves the Clintons.
Or the Trumps.
Trump's not really had a lot of shady shit happen. How about we talk about Nevada?
Trump you.
Trump, that's shit that's not tied to the election. We're talking like how many times that we are finding, oh, Bernie Sanders ballots just somehow show up in some random car, or the incident in Nevada where the Sanders supporters were getting violent, or the other things have gone on.
Neither one of the candidates is trustworthy.
No, they're not. But I sure as fuck trust Trump more than I do fucking Hillary. I can't trust a woman who sits there and lies. I'm sorry, at least with Trump and like protesters, Trump will call them out. Trump doesn't have the Secret Service immediately pull them out. Trump usually tries to spar with them for a second, then kick them out. Let's look at the video of the woman who paid that $500 a plate for the Hillary function, where she stood up there and held the sign up about Hillary's crime bill, which I'm sorry, Hillary is involved with why more African Americans are in jail because of her stupid crime bill that she had to get passed through?
Actually, yeah, that. Oh, there's a lot more going on than just Hillary's bill.
There's a lot of shit that's going on. There's a lot of shit that's going on. And the Democrats are fucking fools for not going and choosing Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders was your win. Bernie Sanders was your golden boy.
Buddy, your turn will come. Actually, I think Buddy's just gonna follow Jess.
He's a herding dog. He's going to follow her everywhere. But
Oh yeah, this doesn't.
it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing that you even and I'm sorry. I see also these people who did support Sanders who are now immediately running to Clinton, going, "Oh, we need to vote for the first woman." And I've seen a lot of female voters who go, "Oh, we need to vote for the first woman." I'm like, you can't vote with your vagina. You can't. You can. You know, Trump's right when he said the system's fucking rigged. The system is rigged. You know?
Bernie Sanders was making the same point when he called it an oligarchy.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's what I liked about Sanders and I liked about Trump. Trump is fixing the Republican Party. Yes, Trump is your stereotypical Republican. He's the rich white man, stuff like that. But again, he's not of a family or a line or stuff like that.
Do you really want a president the KKK is supporting?
We've already had those.
Yes, but most of the modern presidents would renounce it.
Yeah, most modern presidents were denounced, but we've had presidents who were supported by Ku Klux Klan. Hell, we had a president who the Democratic Party is pretty much after him, who was like, hell, I'll just go hang people. I don't care. Who has shot and killed people.
Trump was embracing it.
Trump is basically a modern day Andrew Jackson.
I don't know. I haven't played you guys.
Except Trump hasn't, fought wars and want to be called general all the time.
Well, I don't think Andrew Jackson dodged the draft.
No, he didn't. He went and fought and, was well known, the defender of New Orleans, Old Hickory.
There's a Johnny Horton song about that.
Yeah, it's basically based on Andrew Jackson.
Of course it is. It's the Battle of New Orleans.
Yeah.
Andrew Jackson fought that.
He also went down there and kicked the Spanish out of Cuba. Or not Cuba, but he kicked the Spanish out of Florida for a while. Also killed a bunch of pirates down there.
I was going to say the Spanish-American War was considerably later.
No, that was McKinley. McKinley kicked the Spanish out of Cuba. Roosevelt was handy with a gun. Taft was big and fat and had a mustache. Wilson kicked some ass in World War I.
And Randy will be continuing the rest of Jonathan Colton's The Presidents after the break.
Yeah. I love that song. Actually my niece has actually passed her history test by listening to that song. I passed the presidents in government class by singing the Animaniacs version of the presidents. But again, we have these people who, as my dad keeps telling me that Trump is going to kick out the old rhinos, and it's going to happen. But look what Trump and Sanders have done.
Now, the Republicans' party isn't the rhinos, it's social conservatism.
No, what Trump is getting rid of is the 90s Bible Belt conservatism.
Yeah, that's social conservatism. Who are only Republicans because the Republicans they felt supported their particular agenda.
And I'm sorry, you can't sit there and dump your Bible and be like, oh well, I vote for this because they believe the same way in my sky God. Well, you know what? I don't agree with your Scotty God. I believe in what either is a fat man or a thin man who came up with a philosophy that people should latch onto.
It doesn't matter. In the eyes of Cthulhu, you're all his children.
We're
And
all
he eats his
fucking
young.
dead at Cthulhu. Size. We're all food in his
Like I
eyes.
said, and he eats his young.
You know, the United States. I really we're exactly 2 weeks away from conventions. I think Cleveland's going to be the most sane out of the two conventions. I think Philadelphia is going to be a nightmare. We're going to have 60 or 68 again all over. At least that's what my dad keeps yelling. I don't know what's going to happen. The problem is that you have hardcore Bernie supporters who still think Bernie could go in there and win. You still have Ted Cruz people who believe that Ted Cruz's 500 delegates beats out Trump's 1,400 delegates.
No one really wants Trump.
No one does. But people are like, well, shit, he's bringing people. This is pretty much how most mainstream Republicans are like, well, shit, he brought people to the table and people are fired up this time because the last two people we ran didn't fire everybody up.
Remember, people, decision 2016. No matter who wins, we lose.
Exactly. Yeah. But remember, 2020, we're going to have Kanye West running. Legally, by 2020, I can run for president. Should I be the commander-in-chief? Hell no. My answer to ISIS, nuke 'em. My answer to Cuba, nuke 'em. My answer to the Westboro Baptist Church, Tomahawk Predator drone onto their house. Because you can't nuke the Westboro Baptists.
As much as I hate to say it, they are Americans and they do have their First Amendment rights.
They have their First Amendment rights. Their First Amendment rights need to just go the way.
That doesn't mean they aren't horrible people just like MRAs. The vast majority of the Gamergators.
Oh, dear God, no. Okay, I'm saving this for Thursday. Dear Jesus, thank you, Becca, for giving me that. But
The thing is, people like the Westboro Baptist Church make me almost spit out free speech when
oh,
defending it.
I cannot wait till there's the stuff they try pulling next month. You know what stupid thing they're going to try to do now?
I don't know, is the KKK protesting them again?
No. They're going to go protest at the gathering of the Juggalos. These are people who do not care. You're going to what is defined by our corrupted, stupid FBI as a gang. You're going at their territory, and you're going to protest them. Let's not go over some of the things these people do to each other, these things. They do hardcore wrestling where they don't do this. They literally hit each other with, I don't know, let's see, something they use at cast iron skillets, fluorescent light tubes, a weed eater, a chainsaw, barbed wire, and other things. They use that in their wrestling matches at the gathering of the Juggalos. Tila Tequila, the MTV artist, went up for Women's Night, flashed her breast, and decided to sing a horrible rendition of a song. The people got so pissed off.
Don't worry everyone, that was just my cane.
People got so pissed off that they literally went to her van. This is after they've already pelted her with rocks, dirt, and feces. They went to her tour bus as she's trying to get away, and they roll a tour bus on its side, then they roll it back to the other side. Again, as the old adages usually say, don't underestimate the power of stupid people in large groups.
I don't think that's an old adage. I think that was a demotivational poster.
It's still the fucking truth. Do not underestimate the power of stupid people in large groups. The fuck are you doing?
Pokemon Go. Walking around to catch Pokemon.
Oh, beloved Jesus.
You're just jealous because they're not on iPhones.
It's on iPhones.
No, it's not.
Fucking watch me.
Nintendo's going to release something like that. They're going to release it for both platforms.
Yeah.
It's not made by Nintendo.
Yes, it is.
I'm
Pretty
And how
sure.
did we get on Pokemon Go?
Oh, we gotta Pokemon up. Because we still gotta talk Olympics.
Well, I guess those are going on this year.
Ha! Found it! Morons. But, so let's switch to the Olympics. When are the Olympic Committee going to realize that bitching at the United States for the 2 Olympics that we had because we got corporate sponsors so that cities don't be bankrupt for them is a good thing, and you give it to countries that can't handle the Olympics, and yet they're going to fall apart? When it's literally said in Rio, the police officers are holding signs up at the airport saying, "Welcome to hell," and the police are telling the tourists they will not be able to protect them. Also, the point that the Brazilian government are covering up, the poor people. Oh, don't look at the poor people. We can't look at the poor people. Look at our beautiful city, but the poor people don't fucking matter.
Yeah, everyone knows Brazil is not a first world country.
No, but that's where I'm going to if I ever commit a major felony.
I think you want to go to Paraguay instead.
No, Brazil has has extradition treaty in the United States.
Neither does Paraguay.
I know.
And some countries just won't extradite people if they're charged with a capital crime in the U.S.
I know. That or go to Russia. I think me and Edward Snowden can kick it.
However, I believe there was some controversy with the Olympics in Russia.
The Russians are not allowed to participate because, well, they're trying to make Ivan Drago runners.
Actually, technically, they would be allowed to participate if they went through an independent body, and Russia just said,
Fuck it, we're not going to. Brazil's a fucking mess for this Olympics. They found a body on the beach where they're going to have beach volleyball at. There is human feces and sewage in the water for the swimming and the kayaking. And hell, they just got it having the World Cup not even a year ago, and there's still stadiums that were built in the middle of Brazil that you can only be accessed by helicopter or by jungle roads, which got washed out due to monsoon season. So, again, explain that one to me. Not only that, they're kicking out their president. Yep, pickpockets are everywhere. Every venue in Rio is ready. This is what Brazilian government is telling them. Everything is ready. Now, the United States have held the Olympics in '96 and 2002. We tried to get this Olympics, but the failure in chief, Barack Obama, didn't secure it for us. And he wanted it in Chicago, which, I'm sorry, Chicago's not the best city to hold the Olympics in.
who in the right mind wants to go to Chicago?
I don't know. Really honestly, if you're going to hold the Olympics in any city, you can't hold it in Indianapolis. Obviously, we cannot hold it in Indianapolis.
Indianapolis really isn't, well, it's not one of our bigger cities.
No, it's not. Dallas is a good place to hold the Olympics. LA has held it countless times. Let me think here. New York could handle it. Florida could actually handle it. I really don't understand how Atlanta got it, but I mean, what cities were going against Atlanta for that one? I have to see that.
Salt Lake City got it.
Salt Lake City's good. That was actually fun. That was actually fun Olympics where I almost got arrested at that Olympics. You're not even asking how that happened.
No, I'm just figuring you deserved it.
No. I went to McDonald's and I got really high after work with some people that I met there. And I left and I was walking back to the Olympic Village to go back to bed. And I saw this bright, shiny building. That's the Mormon Cathedral. And I walked inside the Mormon Cathedral.
Do you mean the temple?
Yeah.
That's a... Apologies to Mormons, but that is an ugly building. You need to stop promoting this work of architecture.
Yes, no, it's not. It's not that great. Like, when you're high, it's just like, ooh.
Your one in Washington, D.C. is nice.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much what happened was that the people there, like, they were getting sick of tourists walking in there, and I'm like, hi, Mormons? Your home base.
That's not the Mormon headquarters.
Moving on, your home base is the host of the Olympics. Open up the damn building. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't want people to know that you were, you weren't letting people know that you were baptizing Anne Frank. I'm sorry. I also met my ex-wife at that Olympics, too. I didn't know how it happened, but pretty much at the airport, I met Megan. She was wearing a Dragon Ball Z shirt, a Dragon Ball Z hat, and had a Dragon Ball Z backpack. And I was like, I had like a crappy like military bag and stuff like that, and a piece of luggage. I'm like, stupid Dragon Ball Z fan. And then a few years later, knocked her up and have an 8-year-old with her now. Well, that's fun. Okay. So back to Atlanta. This is what Atlanta beat out. Which, again, I don't understand how Atlanta, Georgia, won the Olympics.
This is why birth control is important, folks, and you can get it in Salt Lake City because it's only 40% Mormon.
No.
You would, however, have a hard time getting it in Provo.
Okay, so. Oh, no. I still thoroughly believe that Minerva and Trojan should sponsor 19 Kids and Counting. That show is still on TV.
Well, if one of the stars of that show, as it were, hadn't committed thuggery.
I know, right? So here's the cities that we beat out. We beat out Atlanta, Athens, Toronto, Australia, and Manchester and Belgrade. Okay, number one, Toronto could hold an Olympics. They have held the Winter Olympics countless times. Like, I don't understand some of these weird places they put the Winter Olympics at, like Sochi. Sochi was a fucking disaster too. Or Nagano, Japan. We're gonna hold the Winter Olympics in Nagano, Japan. The hell are we holding it in Japan for?
Japan has cool weather.
Japan does have colder weather in the northern part of the island country.
There are parts of Italy where you could hold the Winter Olympics.
They did. Torino. They held that in 06. Now I don't get some of the weird places they put the Olympics at, like Lillehammer, Norway. Like that's kind of fitting. You're holding it in Norway. Can we hold it in Iceland? Or how about we hold it in Greenland? Let's hold it in Greenland.
I don't know what Greenland's biggest city is.
Neither do I. But pretty much, the way they got away with getting the Olympics, and also, I'll be honest with you, I think it's one of the other reasons why they got the Olympics in Athens, Georgia, is Ted Turner.
No. You can bribe the committee members. I mean,
Yeah.
seems to have worked for FIFA.
Oh yeah, FIFA's a joke too. But the problem about it was also that people, the Olympic Committee has a problem with the United States is because we go out when we get corporate